verse 11. He says, now that I'm speaking of being in need, for I have learned, you got to learn this, he says, I've learned in whatever situation I am to be content. And that's difficult. You're not born being content. We've got to learn to be content. I am even now learning to be content. He says, for I've learned in whatever situation I am in to be content. Verse 12 of Philippians 4. He says, I know how to be brought low, and I know how to abound. In any and every circumstance, I have learned the secret of facing plenty and hunger. I have learned the secret of facing abundance and need. And then verse 13, he gives us that verse that we quote all the time, I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. A lot of times you'll see that on a bumper sticker, or you'll see it on a Facebook post or an Instagram post. I can do all things through Christ. And oftentimes it's taken out of context, isn't it? People think, oh, I can run this marathon. I can do all things through Christ. I can win this beauty pageant. I can do all things through Christ. And that's not what he's saying. He's saying, listen, no matter what circumstance comes our way, whether it be hunger or blessing, whether we be brought low or whether we're exalted, whether we're promoted or we're fired, whether we're going on the busy interstates everyday driving or we're under home sequester, being sequestered at home. He says, I can do all of these things, no matter what, through Christ. I can be in home prison. How can he do that? Through Christ. And he says, I've learned the secret of being content. How? I get my strength from Christ. So we live through Christ. We live by Christ. We live in Christ. And I want to remind you guys, that's the most important thing in your life right now. It's not the car you drive. It's not the house you live in. It's not the job you have or the job you will have. It's having Christ. And in Him and Him alone is our strength.